Hello everyone and welcome back. So in the previous video we saw was the introduction to quadratic equations. So if you haven't watched it, I recommend you watch it. The link is in the description box as it is necessary to have your basics strong in maths. So in today's video we will be seeing how to solve quadratic equations using the factorization method. So let's get started. So today we will be seeing one equation which is x square minus 15x plus 54, which is equals to 0. So this is our equation and we have to solve this equation using the factorization method. So let us see how to solve it using the factorization method. Now when I'm saying factorization method, you all must be thinking that this method has something to do with factors. So if you're thinking in this way, then your thinking is correct. So what we are doing over here is we will be taking the coefficient of x square and the constant. So over here our coefficient of x square is what? 1 and our constant is what? 54. So we will multiply the coefficient of x square and the constant. So what we get? We get 54. Now in this question you are having the coefficient of x square as 1, but it is not necessary that in every question you will be having the coefficient as 1. You might get your coefficient as 2, 3 or anything. So in that case you will have to multiply that particular coefficient with your constant. So now we know that after multiplying the coefficient with the constant we get 54. So this is our number and we have to find the factors of 54. Okay, so over here I am writing 54. Now we have to find the factors of 54. So when we have to find the factors of 54, we will first start with 2. So we have to check whether 54 is divisible by 2. So yes, 54 is divisible by 2. So if you calculate, so you will understand that 2 times 27 you get 54. So if you don't know the tables, so you can just divide 54 by 2. So when you divide 54 by 2, what you get? 27. So it means 2 times 27 you will get 54. So this way also you can calculate. Next, after 2 what comes? After 2 we have 3. So is 54 divisible by 3? So yes, so 54 is divisible by 3. So 3 times 18 we get 54. So this is 3. Now we will check for the next number, that is 4. So is 54 divisible by 4? So no, 54 is not divisible by 4. So we cannot take factors of 4. Is 5 divisible by 54? No, 5 is also not divisible by 54. Is 6 divisible by 54? So yes, 6 is divisible by 54 because 6 nines are 54. Next, 7 is also not divisible, 8 is also not divisible, 9 is divisible, but 9 times 6, which is the same as 6 times 9. So that is it. So we are having 3 factors, that is 2 times 27, 3 times 18 and 6 times 9. Now we have to select any one of the 3. Now how to select any one of the 3? What is the criteria to select the 3? So see, first what you are having 2 and 27, that is 2 times 27. So what you have to do is you have to either add these two numbers or subtract these two numbers in such a way that you will be getting minus 15. So if you add 2 and 27, what you get? 29. If you subtract 2 and 27, you get 25. So there is no way that you can reach minus 15. So what we will do is we will cancel 2 times 27. So over here we will cancel 2 times 27. It means that 2 and 27 cannot be the factors of the given equation. So now we will take 3 and 18. So over here we will write 3 and 18. Now if you add 3 and 18 you get 21. If you subtract you get 15. So now you can see that when we subtract, So we are getting 15, but we want minus 15. So what we will be doing is, since we want minus, so we will give the minus sign to the greater number and the positive sign to the smaller number. So 3 minus 18, we will get minus 15. So we got our factors, so let us solve. So 3 minus 18. So I will write it over here in small, 3 and minus 18. Okay. So now here we will be writing. What we have to do is we have to split this term. This term you can see minus 15. We have to break it in 3 minus 18. So if you write minus 15 or you write 3 minus 18, both are same, because in the end you will get minus 15 only. So what we have to do is we have to just break minus 15x into 3x minus 18x. So I am writing over here x square minus plus 3x minus 18x, or let us say we will take minus first. Minus 18x plus 3x plus 54, which is equals to 0. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to see the first two terms. So first two terms are what? X square minus 18x. Now when you see these terms, what you have to do is you have to take common from these two terms. So what can we take as common? We can take x as common, because we are having x square over here and we are having x also over here. So we can take x square as common. So when we take we can take x as common. So when you take x as common, over here you can see we have 2x, since it's x square. Now 1x we have taken as common, so what is left? 1x is left. So I'm writing x, and over here we are having what? We are having 18x, and x we have taken common, so what is left? 18, and the sign, that is minus. So this was x square. So now what we will do is we will see the remaining two terms. So over here we have to take common, and here we cannot take x as common because 3 is having x but 54 is not having x. So we will take plus x as common, because both are having plus as the sign. Now over here 3 and x we have taken common, so what we are left with? 3, and we know that 3 times, this is 3 and this is x, and we know that 3 times 18 is what? 54. So this is 3 times 18. So now you can see that over here we are having x minus 18 and over here we are having x plus 18. But the condition is that you should be having these two terms that you can see over here, that is this one and this one, they should be the same. Either the two terms should be x minus 18 or either the terms should be x plus 18. But what we are getting? We are getting 1 as minus, 1 as plus. So it means that 3 and 18, these two are not the roots of the given equation. These are the wrong roots. So we will now cancel this also. So these things also can happen, that you so we will cancel 3 and 18. Now we are left with 6 and 9. So let us check for 6 and 9. So we have 6 and we have 9. So if we add 6 and 9, we get 15. If we subtract, we get 3. Okay, so we want minus 15. So when we are adding 6 and 9, we are getting 15. So we will give the minus sign to both. So we get minus 15. So minus 6 minus 9. Okay, so minus 6 and minus 9, if we do, we will get minus 15. So the equation was what? X square minus 15x plus 54, which is equals to 0, right? So minus 15 we will write as minus 6 minus 9x. So let us do that. So x square minus 6x minus 9x, I'll erase this, plus 54, which is equals to 0. Okay, so now we will take these two terms and from these two terms you have to take something common. So we can take x as common. So when we are taking x as common, this is x square, so x remains, and minus 6 we get. And over here we will take minus 9 common, so we are left with x plus minus plus minus, and 9 6 are 54, 9 6 are 54, which is equals to 0. So now you can see that these two terms, so these two terms x minus 6, x minus 6, we are getting as same. And since I said that these two terms, they have to be same, so now since these two terms are same, it means that 6 and 9 are the correct roots of our equation. So we can solve ahead. So let us solve ahead and just do simplifications. So over here we are having x minus 9 and x minus 6. So you can see x minus 6 is there and x minus 9 is there. X minus 9, I'll do this thing. So you can see now that this is x minus 9 and x minus 6. So I've just written like this. Now you can break these two like so. I'll show you. X minus 9 is equals to 0, or x minus 6 is equals to 0. So your x is equals to 9 and your x is equals to 6. So these two you can see x is equals to 6 and x is equals to 9. These two are your roots of the equation x square minus 15x plus 54. So now you have got the roots of the equation. So these are the roots. So if so this is how you are supposed to solve the given equation and find the roots using the factorization method. So when you are asked, given an equation and asked how to solve the equation using the factorization method, so you are supposed to apply this method. So what we are doing over here is we will be taking the coefficient of x square, we will be taking the coefficient of x square and the coefficient, and we will multiply it, and after multiplying it, the number we get, we will find the factors of that number, and the factors of the number should be such that when you add or you subtract, you will be getting the middle term. So in many books you will be seeing this factorization method as the splitting method, so or the splitting middle term method. So if you get any such terms, then don't get confused, it is the same as the factorization method. So this is how you're supposed to solve the factorization method. So that is it for today's video. So today we saw how to solve the given quadratic equation using the factorization method. So if you all have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.